46, 9 p.m. Nearly 10 miles northeast of Texarkana, on the 500-acre farm property off Highway 67 East, Virgil Starks, 37, and wife Katie, 36, were lounging in their home. Katie was in a separate room, while Virgil sat in an armchair, reading a newspaper. Right behind Virgil was a closed double window. It's here where 2 gunshots rang out, the bullets violently breaking the glass and striking him in the back of the head. Hearing the noise, Katie immediately ran to its source, arriving early enough to catch Virgil react to what just happened. Her husband stood up briefly, before slumping back into his seat. Katie immediately realized what was happening and swiftly made an attempt for a crank telephone just nearby. She rang the police twice before unfortunately being shot in the face twice from the same window Virgil had been shot from. She fell to the floor but swiftly rose to her feet again, this time attempting to retrieve a pistol from a separate room. It was a failed effort, as the amount of blood streaming down her face blinded her vision. She heard the killer make his way to the rear end of the house, leaving her no choice but to flee as fast as she could through the front door and pray she'd be able to get enough distance from the madman. Bloody and barefoot, Katie Stark sprinted to the home of her brother and sister-in-law, who lived nearby, but to her dismay, no one was home. With this, she had no other choice but to find a nearby neighbor, that neighbor being A.V. Prater. When he opened the door to her, a winded Katie simply uttered the words, "Virgil's dead," and collapsed on the spot. A.V. Prater wasted no time either. The man retrieved his rifle and fired it in the air to summon his neighbor, Elmer Taylor, in order for him to grab his car and help transport Katie to the hospital. Elmer, Prater, and Prater's family all accompanied her to Michael Meagher Hospital. Katie Starks thankfully made a full recovery despite the living hell she just survived. Sadly, just like the other cases, the Phantom of Texarkana was just as much of a mystery as he was before. When she was questioned by police, Stark said that she never laid eyes on the murderer since he was still shrouded by the darkness outside their window. And as an odd footnote, rumors amongst locals began circulating that her late husband, Virgil, had been hearing the sounds of a car patrolling near the house, insinuating that he'd been fearing retaliation from someone for an unknown reason. Katie shot these rumors down. As for the scene of the crime, the only piece of evidence possibly linked to the assailant was a black and red flashlight police recovered.